Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. I really apologize for my voice. I don't know what is there, but something is there in this household that everybody's getting sick. But I wanted to record this because I got my mail from Adept Cosmetics and it is the Element 115 palette. I cannot wait to show you everything about this palette. So if you're ready, let's begin. So this is how the packaging looks. Look how stunning it is. It's again the faux leather packaging, but it reflects really well. And this alien is definitely a little raised in the packaging, and it comes with a mirror, and these are the shades that it comes with. It's predominantly a purple, green, pops of yellow thrown in here and there, but mainly I would say blue, purple and green palette. So I am super excited. When they released this palette, I knew for a fact that I am going to get it just because I'm a big purple wearer. I'm not so big into greens, but when I saw these shades, I'm pretty sure that I don't have these shades in my collection. I might have those shades of purple, but I could not resist. It also says like believe on the mirror. I love it. I love everything about it. We are going to play with this baby. I'm going to create two looks using this palette. But before that, we have to swatch this baby and see where it rolls. So let's begin with the top row. The first shade is called UAP, and this is a blue, purple, green multichrome. There you go. So pretty. The second shade is called UFO. It's like a blue-green shimmer shade. Mostly, I feel like this is a duochrome. And then we have the shade Weather Balloon, which is clearly a multichrome in the palette. And this is like a pale green, blue, gold, pink, purple. Like an oil slick shade, but it predominantly has that green base to it. I'll show you up and close. The next shade is called Not Roswell. Obviously, the owner of Adept Cosmetics is big into Star Wars and aliens and stuff like that. I not as much. I'm pretty sure if I show this to my husband, he'll give me a few reference, but I personally am not. The next shade is called S4 Test Site. No idea what that is. It's like a purple blue, but I also see green, but it's not that it's shifty, but it's not textural, if that makes sense. There you go. And these are the first row swatches. Look at that first shade. It swatches so beautifully. And the third shade too. All of them have some kind of a shift going on. Really. Let's move on to the next row. Now the first shade in the next row is Classified. And I have to show it to you because it's more of like a rainbow shade. I want to show it to you separately so that you can see it. I'll swatch it on the palm of my hand so that you can see the shift. You see that? So pretty. Because this shade is predominantly a pinky purple shade, if I mix everything, I am going to get that pinky purple shade, I would say. But if I keep it separate, I can see blue and dark purple and stuff like that. The next shade is called Extraterrestrial, and this is more of a green blue. So let's swatch that. There you go. And the next shade is also a rainbow shade, and this is Tic Tac. Let me also show this to you, swatched on the palm of my hand so that you can see both the rainbow shades together. There's one swipe swatches. This one is Tic Tac. And Tic Tac definitely has more orangey and golden tones. So if I swirl all of that together, I am pretty sure that I'm going to get like more of like an orangey, goldeny shade. Yeah, I like that. Okay, the next shade is called Gimbal Video, which is like an orangey gold shade, very sparkly and very shiny. That can definitely take it more neutral. And the last shade in the second row is called Reverse Engineer. It's smoother, but again, it is green, blue, purple. It has a lot of green, blue, purple in it. We have to see how different it is actually. So that is the second row swatched for you guys. And these were the two. rainbow shades. Now let's move on to the 5 mattes of the palette. The first shade is called There Here, which is like a lighter tone purple shade. I would say lighter tone for me, mid-tone for a fairer person. And the next shade is called Conspiracy, which is again a lighter tone, mid-tone, I would say teal shade. So pretty. I love the choice of like mattes that were included in it. The next shade is called Commander DF, which is a light baby blue shade. There you go. And then we have the darkest shade of the palette, which is Specimen. And this is like a deep dark blue, navy blue shade. Ooh, that's pigmented. I also feel like that shade would have a lot of fallout just because of the way it picks on my finger. There you go. And then last shade of the palette is called Propulsion, and this is a mid-tone purple shade. This is definitely more of a cool tone palette. It has a very seldom warmth in this, and this is the entire palette swatched for you guys. And also the rainbow shades. I really hope that you guys enjoyed those swatches. They definitely would show more like sparkly and shifty in the outside lighting, but I feel like you've seen a good variety in the screen also. Now, when I'm comparing the shimmer shades, they're definitely different from each other, but on the eyes, some of them I feel like can be a little close, especially this shade and this shade, because it both shifts to a blue, green, purple. It can be similar, but this definitely has a little bit more gray to it, like a muted tone to it. Let's apply this on our eyes. Let me first prime my eyes with the Alter Ego Eye Primer. What are you guys up to? I'm so sorry for my voice, you guys. I know it's irritating. I couldn't talk, so I was like very unsure whether I would be able to record this video or not too. But I was like, okay, I feel a little better, although my voice is gone, but I still wanted to record. Okay, let's start off with that deeper shade, which is Specimen, which is the deep blue of the palette. And I'm gonna just tap it over the edge because it's a deep navy blue. And I definitely want that depth on the outer corners. Just like that, see? Just tapping off just so that I get the depth that I'm looking for, and then wiping off the brush. Let's dip into the shade Commander DF, which is that baby blue shade. And I'm gonna start blending the edges of that deeper navy blue, just so that we have that blend going on. I personally would use this palette as a companion palette, just because I know the shimmers of this palette are definitely the one that I enjoy. But I also feel like the mattes in this palette are definitely the ones that I use it like an accent shade. Okay, now I'm gonna dip into that shade, which is Conspiracy, which is that teal shade. And I'm gonna start applying that in the crease, mainly in the inner third of the eyelid. That's definitely a mid-tone shade. On me, I would say for sure. And then I'm gonna take a blending brush with no additional product, and I'm just gonna blend the edges, just because I took it way up there next to the brow bone. I'm gonna dip back into that Specimen shade, which is the deeper blue, and I'm gonna go over the lower lash line and the extreme outer corners. And then I'm gonna just join that across the outer corner, just so that there's no harsh lines. And then I'm gonna go into Conspiracy, which is that teal shade, and then just blend it along the lower lash line with that blue. Okay, I'm gonna apply some glitter glue. NYX glitter glue would work perfectly fine, especially on the bare part of the eyelid, because I mean, we have to use shimmers, right? Okay, I'm gonna dip into extraterrestrial shade, which is that green blue shade, and I'm gonna apply that right there in the middle of the eyelid. Oh, look how sparkly that is. That's exactly what I was thinking about it. Oh my god, so stunning. I really hope that it is translating on the camera. Taking the same brush, I'm going to dip into that gimbal video shade, which is more of that warmer tone goldeny orangey shade. And I'm going to take that in the inner third of the eyelid and melt it with that green. Oh my god, so stunning and so sparkly. Oof, I love it. I'm going to take a small brush for the inner corners. I'm going to dip into the Tic Tac shade, but I'm mainly going to focus on the upper half of the shade and apply that in the inner corner, just like that. Okay, I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara, and I'll get right back. And that's my first eye look. I really love the sparkle and the shine that Adept palettes give. Like, I really love it, really love it. And I feel like the essential part of this palette is that deeper blue, because just to ground everything together and to give more depth, that blue is very essential. Now let's move on to the next eye, and I'm going to start with the shade there here, which is that lighter tone mid-tone purple shade. And I'm going to take that on the crease. I'm going with a big fluffy brush, and that is why you see a light wash of the shade. But if I go with like more of a denser brush, you'll definitely see the difference. And I can show it to you. I'm going dipping back into the same shade there here. See how opaque now it became? So it just totally depends on the application, I would say. Dipping into the shade Propulsion, and with that we would be using all the mattes of the palette, and I'm gonna take that in the outer corner, and this is more of that mid-tone purple shade. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to dip into that specimen shade, which is that deeper blue. And I'm just going to take that in the outer corner. Now I don't want this eye look to be more blue. I want it to stay purple, but with tapping motion on the extreme outer corner, I would get the depth that I'm looking for, but also not to take out the purpliness of the look. Now doing the same thing on the lower lash line, going into Propulsion and just blending that over the lower lash line. The best brush for the lower lash line I feel is this Sigma E30 brush with Shayla. It's such a beautiful, like a precise brush. I really love that one. And I'm going to go into there here and blend that all together. Okay, let's start off with the shade Not Roswell, which is the deeper purple shade of the palette. And I'm going to just press that right in the outer corner, just right here, just to melt that deeper purple and the blue with the other shimmers, because this is going to be more of a purple eye, just right there. Okay, and then let's dip into UAP, which is the first shade of the palette, and I'm going to take that right there. Oh, such a beautiful shade. So pretty. I'm going to go into Weather Balloon and then take that in the inner corner and then blend it with that inner third of the shade. So pretty, I love it, love it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there and I'm gonna finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. And that's my second eye look. This is what purple dreams are made of. I'm so happy. My purple heart is jumping with joy. I really love that look. I actually love both the eye looks. Even though this is more like colorful and green and outside my comfort zone, I still love the sparkliness, the effect that I can create. And obviously, did I even mention the Adept palettes are always magnetic, so you can pop in and out any of the Adept shadows. So if you have like a couple of Adept shadows, you can pop in and out and make your own custom palette, which is one quality that I love about Adept palettes. I really love it. How many shades did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not bad at all. We used 11 shades out of the 15 pan eyeshadow palette, and I feel like the things that you can do with this palette is endless. Obviously, buy this palette if you're more of like a blue, purple, green wearer, because those are the eyeshadows that you'll get out of this palette. But I do not see any like fallouts. I don't feel like it's gonna cause any issues, just because I love my Adept palettes, whatever I have, and I have quite a few in my collection. But if you were interested in the Element 115, you can pick it up on their website and you can use my code SMITHYSONY for saving 10% off. It is an affiliate code, but this palette was bought to me. So are everything else that I own from Adept. Everything is bought by my own money, and that's just because I love Adept so very much, and this is no exception. I give it a 2 thumbs up, and I really loved both the eye looks. You guys let me know in the comment section below, which look do you like best? Do you like the green look or the purple look? Sound it off in the comment section below. And that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.